You guys, you didn't just ask for it, you begged for it, and I'm here to deliver. Welcome to the ultimate FNAF Iceberg Part 3. Enjoy. So we're starting off choo-choo rather lightly with an entry called Now I'm Going to Kick Your Ass. This entry is about JJ in FNAF World, where she is saying,
"Now I'm going to kick your ass!"
Wait, what? I can't say that in the game.
yeah, it's was never used because it's the joke behind it. She did the voice line, realized she can't say it, and ultimately this voice line never gets into the game. So it's an unused audio, and that's about it. Adventure Animatronics is technically copyrighted by Scott. I couldn't really find anything about this entry. I mean, we know that Scott invented or like created the Adventure Animatronics. Yeah, and he basically, it is mentioned that he's pretty cool with everything copyright related, so technically these are his creations, but yeah, there's literally nothing much more to add there. So moving on to FNAF character editor YouTubers. Basically these are the kind of YouTubers who do like animatronic models and showcase them inside like in front of a blueprint screen. Yeah, they're just being showcased. Looks like an editor. It's kind of inspired by FNAF AR, if I remember correctly, because those characters had the same background. But yeah, it's basically it. VIP list mentioned by Scott Cawthon in an interview. Basically, I couldn't find the original interview where a VIP list was mentioned. The only thing I could think of is maybe Cawthon talking about or mentioning a like VIP list of people who get early access to certain content, like FNAF games, for example. Yeah. For example, Darko, one of the YouTubers, has received early access to FNAF games like Secret of the Mimic or Security Breach, so perhaps he's on the VIP list. Yeah. 2 children inside Golden Freddy theory. So basically this FNAF theory says that the animatronic Golden Freddy is possessed by rather 2 distinct spirits. The crying child, so the Bite of 83 victim from FNAF 4, and Cassidy, one of the missing children. Well, there are multiple clues and like interpretations within the game's lore that, you know, show that Golden Freddy might be possessed by 2 distinct spirits, such as the Happiest Day minigame or the One You Should Not Have Killed. So yeah, it's a pretty good theory. Game Theory made a video about it, so I guess you should check it out. It's a pretty common theory nowadays. 395248. This is a code that was used in FNAF 3 when you dialed this sequence of numbers into a keypad that was located on the office wall. I don't know why, but it was. So if you entered this specific code onto the keypad, you would trigger the stage 1 minigame or O1 minigame, and this sequence of numbers is also appears on the back of a fast wrench in FNAF Security Breach Ruin and Help Wanted To. So there is a potential connection. 5 AM at Freddy's. So this likely refers to the popular YouTube series of animated shorts based on the video game FNAF. This series is often animated by Pimations, I hope I pronounce it correctly, and just depicts the events of the games where a security guard has to survive the animatronics, or like the whole night, from 12 to 6 AM. And then the 5 a.m. part is pretty crucial because that's the point where like all the animatronics get super aggressive at him. Yeah, and it's pretty funny. I've seen some of those videos back when I was a kid. It's pretty funny, so I guess you should check it out. 8-Bit Ryan, there's really not much to say there. It's a YouTuber. He made pretty popular FNAF videos, or like FNAF gameplay videos. Pretty popular YouTuber. There's nothing much to say there. Jesus Christ. Well, the next entry is about the adult theory. I really don't like to talk about this topic or this kind of theory. It's another very controversial thing. You know what? I already can imagine how you guys want to see me make a video about it. I really hope you don't, but still. So basically, adult theory is about people thinking that especially the sister location, or like the Circus Baby Pizza World animatronics, aren't just used for child entertainment, but also for adult entertainment. So as you can imagine, I won't go into detail. If you really insist on me making a video about it, let me know and tell me in the comments. Still, I would like to, present more entries, so if you want to see a video, let me know. But yeah, moving on. Adventure Mangle Hanging. So basically this is a picture, or like a teaser Scott once uploaded, where you can see Adventure Mangle, or like the Mangle from FNAF World, hanging. Seems like she's hanging and looks dead and all. But as it turns out, she's actually just biting or latching on her paddle ball. So it's more innocent as you think. Yeah. Afton has a large forehead. I really don't know what this entry is about. The only thing I could find is, well, if you look at the design of Scraptrap, it actually looks like he has a humongous, like, over-dimensional big forehead. People make fun of it. I guess Scott was trying to make him look more proportionally correct or something, I don't know. Still, he has a very large forehead. Animatronic looking at the camera. So basically this is an unused render of the show stage in FNAF 1, depicting the main 3 animatronics staring at the camera. It's like one of the best examples for the Mandela effect. Basically, people swear that they have seen this picture, or like this render inside the game, but actually it has never been there, nor have people seen it inside the game. So basically it's an unused render, another part of the removed content. But yeah. So baby's eye color changes. This is another rather small entry. Basically it talks about or mentions that Circus Baby's eye color started to change from blue to green after Elizabeth Afton got like scooped or killed by Baby. Like kind of depicting that Elizabeth's spirit kind of inhabited Baby from this point on. So yeah, this is one of the eye color changes that is mentioned here. Banana Splits movie. So basically this is a movie, as it seems, about animatronics. I've never seen the movie, nor do I have the knowledge of the plot or anything. It seems like those animatronics are evil and actually kill people here. But yeah, it's just a movie. Yeah. Balloon Boy and the Puppet in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. It is a theory. Well, it is shown to be a theory. I looked it up. I couldn't really find anything about it, or some sort of explanation. Couldn't find anything. The only thing I could imagine is that maybe that Balloon Boy and the puppet were also actually part of, you know, the whole show and the whole diner and pizzeria from the FNAF 1 game, from the original pizzeria. It's the only thing I could imagine this theory being about, but still, I have no idea, couldn't really find anything. Beaver and wolf animatronics in FNAF 1. Basically, those two animals or animatronics were the actual first concepts for Foxy, like before he got added into the game. So basically, there was supposed to be a beaver or a wolf instead of a fox, but ultimately, as we now know, Scott decided that it should be a fox. Beta Nightmare Fredbear in the Help Wanted trailer. So basically, it's another unused content. We can see a Nightmare Fredbear in the Help Wanted trailer, but instead of his iconic purple hat and bow tie, he actually has the original Freddy black bow tie and hat. So I guess this is what it's about, because actually in the game there is no Nightmare Fredbear with those original colors and the black bow tie and hat. So this is another unused content, which has never made it into the final game. So the next entry is about blacklight animatronics. Those are blacklight recolored animatronics of the original 4 that appear exclusively as FNAF merchandise products. They were first adapted by Funko, and if I read it correctly, those animatronics or this kind of merchandise never made it to, actually be sold. So they look funny, they look kind of sick, but I guess they've never made it into the market. Bonnie and Chica groans. So basically this is about Bonnie and Chica groaning when they entered the office in FNAF 1 while your camera was still up. So you could basically hear them groaning in the background. And when you heard that noise, you knew you were cooked, basically. Yeah, we don't know why they groan, but they do. Yeah. Bonnie plays with matches. Basically, this is I think it's just a video. I think it's more, lean towards being more horror-like. So we see Bonnie actively playing with matches, and then lighting the whole building on fire, and actually melting down Freddy. Think how hot matches can be, that they actually melt metal and everything. Still, it's just a horror video. It's about 30 seconds long. You can look it up on YouTube. Bootleg Freddy plush with teeth. So this is just a picture or Reddit post about a guy who bought a bootleg Freddy plush that had teeth, like those sharp big teeth. I don't know what it means. It's just a Reddit post, probably from a fake company. That's it. Buff Helpy. Buff Helpy is a muscular version of Helpy, and is the boss of Meme Cavern in Freddy in Space 3. Sorry. He's a humanoid bear with a white and purple color scheme and blue eyes. And Buff Helpy has gained a lot of popularity in the FNAF community, or in the fan community, through a meme by Darko. So in the game, he's the final challenge in the Meme Cavern level, and that's about it. Burn Trap uses Glamrock Bonnie's parts. This is another theory that suggests that Burn Trap actually used Glamrock Bonnie's parts to build his body and repair some of his limbs. Turns out to be false, because as we can see in Rune, Glamrock Bonnie is still kind of intact. Well, his whole ribcage is opened. Turns out that actually Monty destroyed him, or killed him, I guess. So Burn Trap has nothing to do with it. Yeah. Burntrap's death animation. Basically, this is another more unused content. It depicts Burntrap kind of like walking around hysterically, kind of, I don't know, then losing balance and then just falling on the ground and just dies, I guess. I think it's supposed to be like, it was meant to be like his actual death animation, where he was some sort of boss fight in back in Security Breach. Well, it seems like they didn't use it, and instead the blob takes him, like, just kills him, I guess, I don't know. Cam stalling. Cam stalling is it's a crucial technique that can be used, or yeah, it can be used against a few animatronics. For example, in Ultimate Custom Night, it is like a vital technique that you need to use in order to beat 50-20, for example. And it is only like active, or like you can completely negate animatronics as threats and prevent them from attacking you, so that you have have removed a huge chunk of things you have to deal with. So basically, you just pick a camera where a desired animatronic is or can be seen. You put the camera on him and just keep the camera on him, so you don't, like change the camera and the viewer or anything. Just keep your camera on him and he can't do anything. So he just basically stalled, and that's what cam stalling is. Cancel due to leaks. So basically, a FNAF Sister Collocation teaser, the cancel due to leaks one. Yeah, it's a teaser where this phrase was written on it. It's a teaser image that implied that the game's opening was cancelled, but this was a deliberate part of the game's marketing strategy, because like the teaser was hinting at a deeper mystery behind the leak and everything. So it wasn't a genuine cancellation, because people looked inside the hidden source code of the teaser, they brightened it up, looked at things and everything, and they realized that the game was not cancelled at all, and it was just a fun little teaser of Scott. Carl is the cupcake's name. Carl is a fun little fan-given nickname for Cupcake. People actually believed that this was his real name. Turns out, Carl is not his real name. Instead, the official name is Mr. Cupcake. I know it's very creative, but this is his official name and it's not Carl. Another very small entry, CD+. This is a combination of keys that you can use to skip a night. It's a combination that is a actual cheat, and you can use it to skip the whole night. I think it goes from FNAF 1 to FNAF 3, and I think it was removed in FNAF 4 or anything, I don't know. But yeah, that's about it. Chips. Chips are a type of equipment found in FNAF World in various large chests scattered throughout the overworld, and each chip grants the entire party a buff, though effects can vary. That's the official description of what those chips are, and that's it. Chris and Evan. So Chris and Evan is basically our names that were given to the crying child through various different approaches to actually give him a name. I don't think there is like a confirmation about his name. I don't think it was ever confirmed. Still, most people call him Evan, me included. Though I call him Crying Child, but still, those are the two most frequent names that are given to the Crying Child. Chrome Freddy. Chrome Freddy is a hoax for FNAF 3 and was created by a YouTuber called Jimbathy. I hope I pronounced it right. Was a hoax created in 2015. In the video, Jimbathy shows the viewers a series of tasks that the player have to do in order to unlock and get jumpscared by the Chrome Freddy animatronic. He also has well, appears or has an appearance in Ultra Custom Night. It's a fan game as a skin, and it's pretty cool. I guess you should check it out. And yeah, CK9C. This YouTuber is or is popular for making FNAF related songs, or especially FNAF related songs. Never heard any of them. You might have, I don't know. It's nothing much to add there. Coffee Pot and FNAF Help Wanted. So Coffee is a secret character that was added in FNAF World, and was also the I think it was the protagonist or main character that you've played in the Desolate Room or Hope. He also makes like a small appearance in FNAF 3, like in Help Wanted, but in the FNAF 3 level. Never actually seen it. I guess you can check it out. It's a pretty fun little Easter egg. Dangler's Hate. Basically, I'm sorry I couldn't find anything about it. I've seen things or like videos related to it. I don't know. If you can find anything about it, let me know in the comments, because I have literally no idea what this entry is about. Like zero. Darko music videos. Well, Darko is also known for making his own songs. I've actually never heard any of them. Sorry again, but I guess you can check it out. I've never heard any of them. But yeah, Darko is also, you know, popular for making some of the most influential FNAF songs, apparently. Demo screens. So basically, in all of the FNAF demos, when you play them, I think it's after the second or third night, I don't know, a screen appears. Like, it depends on which game you play, but there's always like this animatronic, such as Freddy or Nightmare, Fredbear or Ennard or anyone, with the sentence being "to be continued" in the full version. It's a nice end to a demo. I think it's very well made. Yeah, that's what demo screen is about. Destroyed Ball Boy. I really don't know what Destroyed Ball Boy is about. The only thing I do know is that Ball Boy is a enemy type in FNAF World, and also I think it was like the character you played in the stage 1 minigame. I don't really remember, but yeah, so basically Ball Boy is just an enemy type in FNAF World. I don't know what the destroyed part means. Probably a destroyed version of him. I really have no idea. Sadly. But yeah. DJ Sturf. DJ Sturf is a YouTube creator or YouTuber who's very popular for making FNAF videos, especially about challenges such as 5020 or like all the challenge nights in all of the other FNAF games. He's actually one of the YouTubers I've watched for the 5020 guide. He helped me actually achieve it. But yeah, so he's a FNAF creator and known for all kinds of challenges. Okay, moving on to another very weird topic. Dormitivus. It's another topic I can imagine you guys that you want to see a video about it. I really hope you don't, but still. It's a FNAF fan game. Really won't go into detail. It has gruesome facts and a very gruesome history about the creator, especially the creator not being a very good and kind soul. Very disgusting game. But yeah. Draw Kill animatronics. So the Draw Kill animatronics are a popular set of fan-made designs of the animatronics from FNAF, or from the core 4 animatronics. Those are like cyberpunk versions or like very weirdly mutated versions of the Core 4. They have gone through extreme popularity through their 3D animations, and also appeared in various fan-made videos or fan animations. But yeah. Drowning and clock ending. So basically these are two of the, I think, 4 main endings that you can achieve in FNAF world. So the drowning ending is found or can be accessed to when you achieve like the 4th glitch ending. So you go into the 4th glitch and then you have to pace back and forth above the lake. It's also so until you drown. The sprite moves down slightly with each turn until you drown. And it's also a game mechanic or Easter egg that can be found in UCN, where you meet Old Man Consequences. You can drown there as well. And then there is the clock ending. It says that this ending is unlocked by gathering all the clock pieces and solving their puzzles. To do this, first, anytime the player speaks to the storyline Fredbear, they must go through his dialogue until the done button appears. Do not click it. After staying idle for a few seconds, Fredbear will transform into his 8-bit form and allude to darker things. Then you have to follow a few steps. So moving on to the next entry, endoskeleton and innards. So basically this entry is like a theory, I guess, or says that Ennard, the animatronic, or his name rather, is composed by those 2 words, being endoskeleton and innard, because if you take the E in endoskeleton and remove the I and S in innard, you get Ennard. Well, I guess it makes sense if you come up with that name, but I don't know if it's confirmed or not, so that's the only thing I know. Quick break, because I just wanted to tell you that, or wanted to ask you that if you enjoy my content, and if you know that making these kind of videos takes a heck lot of time. So truly, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more and just things I can do to improve. But yeah, so if you enjoy, please subscribe and keep watching. Enjoy the video. Electrobab. So Electrobab is a funtime animatronic and one of the few exclusive animatronics that were introduced in Sister Location and Custom Night. So basically these are altered versions of the original Bidybab, and they don't bear any canon relevance or anything. They're just nice little additions to the game. Endo01 and animatronic heads stare at the camera. So this is basically another Easter egg in FNAF 1. There is like a 1 in 20 chance that whenever you pull up the camera and the employees only room, you can see the animatronic, the Endo01 Endo, and the animatronic heads in the background. They actually stare at you or directly into the camera. It's a fun little Easter egg. There's nothing much to add there. Eth goes boom. So Eth goes boom. I hope I pronounce it wrong. What am I saying? I hope I pronounced it right, of course. Whatever. Anyways, so Eth goes boom is one of the more nostalgic YouTubers who made one of the most influential FNAF animations, like one of the first 3D animations for FNAF. I've watched them myself. I hope you do too, because he's one of the greatest animators in the whole FNAF community. Experiment theory. So the experiment theory revolves around the idea that the events of FNAF 4 and some other aspects of Sister Location involve William Afton conducting experiments on his children and others, using fear as a key component. So like fear toxin kind of, or like hallucination gas of some sort, basically Scarecrow. So this theory suggests that the nightmare animatronics in FNAF 4 aren't just dreams, but rather a manifestation of these experiments and like a hollow animatronic kind of that turn into something more frightening when children that are intoxicated with those gases get in contact with those animatronics. So yeah. Fake Scott Cawthon email. So basically the only thing I could find is like a fake email concerning Scott. I only know that he has or had at some point 2 emails, one being for professional matter and the other one for more direct or personal reasons. So it's the only thing I could find. Nothing much to add there. Fast facts. So fast facts is again unused and removed content. People that have digged inside the whole data in FNAF's special delivery, I found out that there were game files about something called fast facts, and those facts were meant to reveal more lore. It is still unknown why they were scrapped in the first place and never displayed in-game, but still, they will and were never added. So it's a bit sad, but still. 5th child in Give Gifts, Give Life. So Give Gifts and Give Life is a mini-game in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, where we see the puppet giving the 4 children, the dead children, presents, and also stuffing them inside the original animatronic suits or like putting the masks on them. And the split second when you have put on the last mask, there appears to be a 5th child in the center. So you put on the helmet or like the mask, turns out to be Golden Freddy. That's everything there is. So the 5th child is depicting Golden Freddy. FNAF Simulator. So FNAF Simulator could either mean or address the game Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator or some other fan game called FNAF Simulator. I don't actually know which one the entry is talking about. So there is a fan game called FNAF Simulator where you can play as the animatronics or have their point of view. But yeah, there's nothing really much to add there. Five Nights at Freddy's Wiki. So the FNAF Wiki is the comprehensive encyclopedia site about Five Nights at Freddy's, where you can like literally look up any kind of information you need. It's very huge, has every little detail you need. I somehow visit those websites to actually get the information about Iceberg, so it's pretty helpful. And if you have any questions or like want to know anything concerning FNAF, the wiki is there to help. Five Nights at F-Boys. So, as you can imagine, Five Nights at F-Boys is like one of the first FNAF fan games. It's a parody RPG, or a series for a parody RPG. It was created by Sable Lynn and Joshua Shaw. I have played it, never played it. It's like Freddy with sunglasses and a joint. Don't know why I've never played it, never seen any kind of gameplay of it. Seems to be a funny little fan game, but yeah. Five Nights at Markiplier's. So Five Nights at Markiplier's is a YouTube video by Meat Canyon. For the people who know who Meat Canyon is, or who don't know who he is, he makes pretty gruesome and kind of disturbing videos about recent topics. Yeah, I haven't seen the video, but still, it's a video about Markiplier and FNAF and some spooky and disturbing stuff happening in there, I guess. If you're interested, you can check it out. But yeah, moving on. Five Nights at Treasure Island. So Five Nights at Treasure Island is again a FNAF fan game that is based on Mickey Mouse and all the characters that have to do with Mickey Mouse. So basically the whole roster you can think of. I also haven't played the game, looks pretty fun. So it's basically just a fan game. Again, Five Nights at Wario's. So this is another fan game. I haven't played it, so it's again a little fan game that's like FNAF related, but still has things like Wario and Mario in it. So it's like a Mario-based FNAF fan game. I haven't played it, but if you're interested, you can check it out always. And yeah, FNAF 1 Jumpscare Origin. So the actual FNAF 1 jumpscare sound comes from a 1981 or 1981 British science fiction horror film called Inseminoid. I don't know how to pronounce it. So there's like this woman screaming. I don't know if she was giving birth or anything like, but still she was screaming, and that's the original sound that was used for the FNAF games, or for the FNAF 1 jumpscare sounds. FNAF 1 microtransactions. So in the mobile port of FNAF 1, you can actually buy stuff or like do microtransactions such as Freddy plushie, so that you can have a Freddy plush or toy on your work desk, or Bonnie or Chica, each for 99 cents. And you can also unlock cheat mode by buying it and spending 5 clams on it. So yeah, microtransactions, not very good. FNAF 3 Free Roam. So FNAF 3... Damn. FNAF 3 Free Roam is another project or a FNAF fan game. There were many types of it, but it's basically just a fan game where you are located inside the FNAF 3 building or Fazbear's Fright, and each game has different, objectives, but the main goal is always like, I don't know, set the whole place on fire while Springtrap tries to get you. There's nothing much more to add there. It's just the free roam version of FNAF 3. FNAF Fan Models Showcase. So again, this is a entry about, fan models of FNAF characters, or like, original characters that are being showcased on platforms such as YouTube. Pretty cool. I've seen some of them. They always just showcase different kinds of models. Yeah, again, nothing much to really add there. So again, a little silly topic or entry, FNAF sunglasses. I've just googled it, so basically there are sunglasses that are FNAF themed, like you have a Freddy above the sunglasses or on top of the sunglasses. I don't know why, but they're there. Yeah, that's it. And moving on to the last entry of this video, we have FNAF will be real in 52 minutes. Again, I really couldn't find anything of like big importance. The only thing I could find are like different Reddit posts about memes, where people say that FNAF will be real in 52 seconds or minutes. Some people suggest that people are building like real life animatronics, so people think that FNAF will become a reality. So this is just a big meme. Don't really know the meaning behind it. I've never actually seen it. If you know what it means and if you've seen it before, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah. So there you have it, guys. The third part of the infamous FNAF Iceberg series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as I mentioned earlier, please leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you like most, and if you want to see part 4, because there are many more layers to go through and to actually talk about. So if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's it, and have a great day. See ya.